Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Wednesday, February 3rd, 2016. Ra and Luce here in the Lynn-Life, Jack in the Jamie Body Mind, other teammates in other dimensions, most of us in the subatomic, and most of us in the physical. We're working toward our next deadline, which is February 16th, 2016, and toward the big deadline of January 17th, 2017, by which we are to have provided a collective restart. As always, our foundational intention is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions to manifest the divine plan. With that, the videoed portions of today's efforts begin. I don't know whose eyes I'm looking through, but I'm looking down at an angle at someone who is way up above us, because I can see that presence looking way, way, way down, like through holes in the clouds. That's down true. To where we are. And whoever is observing this person is looking down at an angle toward that person.
That's true.
And the observed party is very sad, and has the sense that he never thought it would get to this, and get to this seems to mean that he himself is now on the front lines of needing to deal with the situation.
That's true.
The person who is showing us this vantage point, or this view, is the one who is asking the question, and
That's
the question
true.
is phrased as, "What do you know?" But it's clear what the questioner is referring to is the number of things, quote unquote, physical host presences who are being activated to be members of this project. For the longest time, we were working with just 3 things,
That's
quote
true.
unquote, thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, physical, life, hosts here on planet Crazy, also known as planet Earth.
That's true.
And after a while we were able to identify who they were talking about. And now it's clear that there are 17 things on the table, and we are starting to figure out who some of these other presences might be. But what do I know? I know that so far all the name tags we've been able to put on them, dog tags is what they're saying, but they're referring to those military ID
That's
tags. And so far we've only been attaching humanoid names to those numbers.
That's true.
And we've got gaps in the sequence, and we can't tell who these other presences are. And quite obviously we're being ridiculous because we don't have a single machine on there.
That's
nor do we
true.
have a single non-human life form
That's true.
that's recognized in the traditional definitions of life. And that's just crazy. Where are the trees? Where are the machines? Where are the non-human animals?
That's true.
Excellent point.
That's a really good point.
What do I know? I know that it's supposed to be presences that we're able to verify what's going on with them.
That's true.
And I know that we're having troubles with our air conditioner and heater, our heat pump.
That's true.
And so quite possibly heat pump is
That's
one of
true,
them.
is a thing.
And I know that we're having problems with pool.
That's true.
So quite possibly pool
is a thing.
is a thing. And now I'm starting to feel like such a bigot.
That's true, that I've only been looking at humanoid life forms on planet Earth as possible options.
Wow. What a bigot. And
It never occurred to
no,
me.
me either.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
All these non-humanoids. And we've been stomping around. Where are the things?
Where are the things? Who are the things?
Who are the things?
Who are these things?
Who are these things? Meanwhile, the heat pump is going, hey! Hey!
Right. Got it. Probably triple oak.
Probably triple oak.
Probably triple oak, because triple oak is definitely resisting doing what needs to be done.
That's true.
And nobody but triple oak can solve triple oak's problem.
That's true.
How may we support Heat Pump in fulfilling his destiny, living his soul plan? Well, he feels very clearly like he's got years of effort left in him.
That's true.
And he rejects out of hand any kind of idea that he's nearing the end of his useful purpose, and
That's
so quite
true.
clearly don't listen to anybody who's saying that, because it isn't true.
That's true.
And he really is himself kind of befuddled at why he's springing leaks. Well, what do I
That's
know?
true.
Perimeter messages.
That's
Keep
true.
coming. This is the third or fourth perimeter message in short succession. The rusty doors.
Yep.
On 4736,
Yep.
that's a perimeter message.
Problems with teeth.
Teeth, that's perimeter messages.
The outside of the wall.
Perimeter messages. All right, live streaming up to this person who's really sad, as well as to the person who's looking down and observing that sad guy.
That's true.
Lots of perimeter messages.
Perimeter.
And look at how sad that guy gets.
That's true.
The lower level
Yes.
gentleman. He just is so sad. He doesn't want to deal with whatever that means.
No.
It's perimeter messages. How many of them do you need? And Sanctuary herself, the whole thing, is giving a perimeter message, because the wall,
That's
right?
true.
The reporting chain goes kind of in between those two presences.
Yeah, that's true.
One of those gentlemen is off to the right as I'm viewing it, and
Yes.
the other is off to the left as I'm
Yes.
viewing it, looking down.
And neither one is the highest concentration of truth and integrity at their level.
Well, or they aren't on the central axis.
Oh,
So let's
it's
bifurcate.
true.
All those who really want to know what's actually going on to the central axis of the search for truth pillar. All others moved away. They seem to be, at least the lower one is moving toward the
closer.
central axis.
That's true.
All those who really want to know what's actually going on to the central axis of the search for truth pillar. I think if we keep going, we can get them to lock in place.
I think so.
All those who really want to know what's actually going on to the central axis of the search for truth pillar. He feels like a higher soul of Ulysses.
That's true.
He does.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar.
We're live streaming up to this gentleman. Here's what's really going on. We have so many messages brought by so many different things, quote unquote,
That's true.
about perimeter messages coming really strongly to you, sir. And
That's
if you're not
true.
a higher soul of Ulysses,
Then I'm totally wrong.
I'm completely wrong. You feel just like Ulysses, and you're right on the midline now. So these are perimeter messages. They're coming to you. What are you going to do about it?
You feel so upset.
So sad.
Like, I don't want to have to worry about this. Like, this is the one thing I thought I didn't have to worry about.
Right.
And it feels like everything else is falling apart and crashing down. And gosh darn it, I just want one thing.
Just one thing to go right.
To go right.
And you're supposed to be the one thing that goes right.
Right.
What do you base that on?
That's a good
Here are all
question.
these perimeter messages, and they're coming from 1, 2, 3, at least 3 of these reporting devices. How many do you need? Live streaming up past you, but continuing to bifurcate. I'm not convinced that higher person, well, they might, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think that person is drawing closer to the midline.
No, they don't feel like they're moving really in either direction.
No. Interesting.
Maybe I'm not bifurcating high enough. Like maybe
Let's
the
try
crowd
it.
isn't moving there.
That's possible.
All those who really want to know what's actually going on to the central axis of the search for truth.
Well, I think that's it, because now it seems like he is coming. I can feel something pressing on the side of
Yeah,
my
that's
index
true.
finger that's pointing up.
All those.
All
who
right, he
really
wants to know what's actually going on.
That's true.
Perimeter messages, sir. And not only that, but immune system messages.
That's true.
And autoimmune system messages, autoimmune disorders,
That's
which is
true.
about a defense system that's malfunctioning. And now the question is, who is this message intended to support?
That's true. Odds are good it's you since you showed up.
Oh, wow. He doesn't want to see that the people he's been using as security, quote unquote, aren't trustworthy. But boy, they aren't. Those people aren't trustworthy. Those people aren't trustworthy. You're trusting the wrong people.
No.
Those people aren't trustworthy. They're not trustworthy.
No. And some of them feel like they have outright bad intentions.
Yeah, they have bad intentions. They have bad intentions. Meanwhile, don't use this expensive resource. We've only got one of these.
That's true.
We've only got one of them.
That's
Can you
true.
see that by requiring this resource to provide those messages, you're hindering the entire effort?
That's true.
Wow, he doesn't want to consider that.
No, really doesn't.
It's still true. In addition to the information that you're getting from this level of Earth and its environs, this dimensional level, we're live streaming up from all of these smaller dimensional levels, and the messages feel coherent.
That's
the vibrations synchronize with these vibrations. So it doesn't even make any sense to say this is about the details of the lives involved. That makes no sense.
That's
it's
true.
coming to you like a wave from many, 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 many dimensions. This is what's happening on a broad scale. There is an epidemic of I'd say presences being harmed by that which is supposed to protect them.
That's true.
What are you going to do about it? Oh, wow. That's it. Presence is being harmed
by that which is supposed to protect them.
Yes. We're just continuing to live stream up. All these presences are being harmed by that which is supposed to protect them. That's what all these messages are
That's
about.
True.
Abused children, children being abused
That's true.
by the adults who are supposed to protect them. Look, that's what all this is about. We've been getting so many messages about abused children.
That's true.
Here you go. Again, this presence is asking, what do I know? I know that physical life is supposed to be protected by the spirit world. That's the intention of the spirit world.
That's true.
And that is not what's been happening, at least this last couple of years. The system collapsed a couple of years ago.
That's
and what
true.
seems, and this isn't true in 100% of the cases. Some guides really love their charges and are trying more or less
That's
when it's
true.
convenient for them,
with varying levels of success and varying levels of integrity
and varying levels of commitment.
Yeah, that's true.
But by and large, the divine support has collapsed. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. Presences who are supposed to be being protected, that's what the immune systems, the protective devices,
That's
the perimeters
true.
represent, are being attacked by that which is supposed to protect them. That's what
true.
autoimmune disorders represent.
That's true.
This is the truth of this message, and I know you don't want to hear it. I can see you not wanting to hear it, but it's still true. And all the data that we have been submitting for this past 18 months supports that. There isn't a single thing that argues with that.
That's true. The defense system turning on that which is to be defended.
Right. Okay.
I know that's inconvenient for you,
but it's true.
but it's true.
And now what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? It has come to you. All those levels between you and the situation have failed.
That's true.
That's what all that ruckus was about a couple of days ago.
That's
Everything
true.
failed. Everything fell. Everything is gone between you and ground zero.
That's true.
And they've all declined the opportunity to help. And now it's your turn. And are you going to help? What are you going to do? Here we are at ground zero. We're waiving our learner's permits. Make it right.
Make it right.
Make it right.
Wrapping.
Make it right.